Katrina gets ready for the big day, and Stelios goes shopping.
It's all right.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze on a far-flung holiday, come fly with me, let's fly away.
It's the day of the World Cup semi-final between Holland and Brazil. And if you've got a ticket for the match, you'll do anything to get on a plane.
Can I have your attention, please? Is there one person going to Nice who is prepared to forgo their ticket for a minimum
got a ticket for the semi-final?
For a minimum of £100? For a minimum, one person prepared to forgo their ticket to Nice for a minimum of 100 quid to allow one of my mates to go to the semi-final. He's got a ticket, but he hasn't got a ticket to get onto the plane.
We're appealing to your better nature, come on.
Is there one?
Only happens once every 4 years.
These football fans are desperately trying to change flights. Their plane has developed a technical fault and they're stranded.
It started at 8:30 when we were told that we were going to be boarding in 3 minutes, and we're still here. And we reckon there's about £100,000 worth of tickets on the plane to the Cup final. Some people paid, you know, just were very lucky and got the tickets. Other people paid a fortune over the odds. And from 8:30, we've been told that there's a plane coming in the next half hour.
Does 200 quid make a difference?
It's time to raise the stakes.
Is there anyone prepared to forgo their ticket to Nice for 200 quid? There will be another flight to Nice today, but only Easyjet know when it's going to be. Yeah?
Sadly, there are no takers. This one looks like it's going to extra time.
What do you think Easyjet should do under the circumstances?
Compensate. Somehow. How can you compensate a semi-final of the World Cup?
Get us to Nice, and then on a coach and get us to the game.
Well, they could get us a flight straight to Marseille. They'd take us straight in there. Maybe it drops people off in Nice and go on to Marseille.
If we get an apology, and if someone comes down here, and the Easyjet chairman, who loves publicity, if he comes down here, at least apologise to us.
The Easyjet chairman, though, is at his home in Monaco, 1,000 miles away. Today's a big day for Stelios Hagianou. He's off to the States to buy a set of brand new planes. A way of telling the world Easyjet means business.
Easyjet is my baby. I created this company from scratch. It was a dream, and now it's a company moving millions and millions of people every year.
You know, everybody said it's not going to succeed, it doesn't work. The Europeans like meals on the plane, the Europeans like their travel agents. And guess what? 3 years later, everybody says this is the way to go, including British Airways.
Back at Luton, one fan has struck lucky.
So what's he actually doing? You're offering...
He's offering to give us his seat if they can take his bags off the plane.
That's very nice of you.
I'm a football supporter. I understand.
Thanks.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, so...
They won't let us swap. Some bureaucracy, they will not let us swap seats.
Yeah. That's because they have to get the bags off the plane.
There's a thing called customer relations, being flexible with people and actually, you know, bending over backwards to help people, but these guys aren't interested. It's one of the...
They won't do it.
Won't do it.
Thanks anyway, mate. Thanks anyway.
Some fans get on the earlier flight, but others will have to sweat it out.
Easyjet.
You paid a lot of money for your ticket.
Quite a lot, yeah. I'd rather not say how much, but quite a lot, yeah.
Give me a clue.
Well, it's 4 figures between the two of us anyway. It's the World Cup semi-final, 2 best teams in the world. It's a dream come true. Shattered, basically.
Okay, you're just on the far side over there.
Stelios is on the flight to Seattle to close his deal with Boeing. He's ordered 42 aircraft in all at a cost of nearly $2 billion.
Funnily enough, the scariest bit is making the decision. It's very pleasing, very satisfying to go from the original agony of, you know, do I order new planes or do I continue buying from the second-hand market, to contacting Boeing for the negotiation, to getting serious about it, to, you know, sort of losing sleep over the decision, to doing the deal.
Even for Stelios, it's the biggest deal of his life. In Luton, football shirts have given way to a more exotic breed of passenger. It's the flight to Amsterdam. For Jane Bolton, nothing can be taken for granted.
I need to pass. Hang on there. You haven't got a passport or anything like that,
I
have
lost
you?
my passport.
You can't travel with Easyjet without a passport.
Why not? I got told by British Embassy.
Do you live in Amsterdam?
No, I live in England.
Yeah, no, it's not up to the British Embassy, it's up to the actual flight company. You can't travel with Easyjet to a foreign country without a passport.
I have got a passport.
Yeah, but you haven't got it with you.
No.
No, you can't travel then.
Why?
Because you haven't got a passport.
They never told me this.
You can't travel without a passport.
But so it's nothing to do with...
Nothing to do with the British Embassy, no.
I don't know.
No way we can accept travel without a passport. Are you going to go with him?
Yeah.
No, on your own if you can't travel.
Well, yeah, but, you know, I mean, it wasn't told.
No, you should have rang us here. You can't travel with any airline without a passport. If you're going abroad, you have to have your passport with you.
My passport's in Winchester. Regulations. Not a good thing.
Bruno Taylor has hitchhiked all around the world, but leaving Luton Airport will prove to be his toughest assignment.
Yeah, I've actually just come back from travelling. Me and my friend Duncan over there, we were travelling to India and Nepal and Australia, Fiji. He got back yesterday. I got back on Sunday.
You didn't have anything on him, apart from a driving licence and a student card. Even though he's travelled around the world. Hello.
Basically, I've got everything for this flight except my passport.
Oh dear.
And they just told me that and said I can't fly.
Yeah.
I
So
need to
basically,
fly.
how far do you live from here?
Winchester, 60 miles away.
Right, our next flight to Amsterdam is at 4:33. Basically, you can't fly without a passport.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
I need to make a phone call.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to use the phone here?
Yeah, that would be great. I'm just trying to think.
Just dial 9.
In an emergency, even the most hardened backpacker has to make that call.
Mum? Yeah, all right. I'm at the airport. I've left my passport at home and they're not letting me fly. Passports, yeah, somewhere. It's either in my bedroom or in the kitchen, but it's definitely at home. All right, it might be in my bedroom. I can catch a train somewhere, like maybe to like West London or somewhere, I don't know.
Thankfully, Mum takes charge.
Especially, they've even got someone from work driving to bring it. Sorry, carry on. Yeah, that's very kind. Tell him that that's like 100% amazing. Mama, muchas gracias. Adios. Thank you very much. It's been great help. Unexpected. You can't. She's managed to get someone from work.
That's children. Never off your hands.
Oh yeah, she's got me unstuck quite a few times. It's got to be grateful. I think I'll cook more at home. Maybe I'll cook her a meal or something. Yeah, show more. They take a lot of trouble, really.
In Seattle, they've rolled out the red carpet for a special customer.
Nice to meet you. How are you? My pleasure. You brought us good weather. We appreciate it. Yeah. Changed in the last couple of hours.
When you've got $2 billion in your back pocket, you get to meet the top man, Boeing's chairman.
We're going to celebrate this. This is a great day for us. Absolutely, for us too. We're proud of him, aren't we?
Thank you.
It's time to compare yacht size.
I've heard you have a boat of your own, yeah. What sort of boat is it?
120-foot yacht. It was built in Germany.
Right. Mine is 42.
I think we found orange.
Stelios's new plane is ready for inspection.
It's great, doesn't she? Yeah, absolutely. They even got the telephone number right. I had this worry that they might miss a zero or something.
When you're forking out $41 million, it's best to give it a quick once-over yourself.
Right, it's turning. Oh, we even got this in orange. I thought we didn't take this option. It's good. It looks great.
Stelios, now you're here, what do you actually do to check that everything's okay?
Personally, I do nothing. It's other people who actually have to make sure that everything is all right. But the expression is you kick the tires. So that's what you do. It's all right.
Back at Luton, the courier with Bruno's passport has arrived.
May I have your attention, please? This call is for passenger Bruno Taylor to kindly contact the airport information desk.
Just one problem, Bruno is asleep.
May I have your attention, please? This call is the passenger Bruno Taylor to kindly contact the airport information desk.
Luckily, Mum's got all the bases covered.
Hello? Yes, Mum. Oh, he's around, is he? What's he got on?
May I have your attention, please? Passenger Ward and Passenger Louis.
Hey, mate. It's the one. Yeah, thanks a lot for this.
That's all right.
But you can even see the difference in appearance. My flight's at about 4 o'clock.
Is it?
Thanks a lot for that,
That's
mate.
all right,
That's
mate. That's all
unbelievable.
right. Your mum's going to come up, she's a bit busy.
Yeah, she said, I don't think you needed a passport to get into the EC country.
Really?
But you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's...
So you didn't bring it?
No, I
Just 'cause
actually
you thought
forgot
it
it.
wasn't-
I forgot it,
Oh,
but
right.
I thought, oh, it'll be all right. I've got my driving licence.
Oh, right.
Sorry about that,
All right,
man.
mate.
Thanks again.
All right. Good travels, yeah?
Yeah, I
Take
will
care.
do. See you when we get
See
back.
ya.
Mate. All sorted. I'm off. I'll just have to wait until check the flight details again.
Can I have your attention, please?
Mike Bravo, turn left heading 310 and just advise any time you're unable to accept any passengers.
It's Friday afternoon at Liverpool Airport, and the stag and hen parties are off to Amsterdam.
Yeah, it's too big girls.
We're all going down. We're all going down. Amsterdam is where.
The Easy Girls are on Easyjet. Hey, speak for yourself, sorry. He's only going to Blackpool for a night out. Oh.
Dispatcher Kevin Reardon lends the ladies a helping hand.
So is it hen night, hen weekend rather?
Yes. She did
Is
know.
it? Who's getting married?
Me.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, you can't be happy all your life, can you?
No.
You paid by credit card about 3 weeks ago.
But not everyone's going Dutch. One stag looks like missing the party.
It's definitely got tomorrow's date on it and to come back Monday. And you say it should have been gone
was
tonight and
definitely
come back
Friday,
Monday.
yeah.
This is the problem. Also, like I said, the added problem we do have is tonight's flight is full. Did you not give the reference number of the booking?
It doesn't matter, does it?
Yes, it does. To confirm the flight, when everything's been confirmed, the reservations agent will then give you a reservation number in case they do issue confirmation
Well,
letters.
yeah, they go through everything twice, don't they, to make sure things aren't cocked up. So she said Friday.
Well, put Saturday here, and it's, you know, they very rarely make mistakes. It's what they're doing all day.
We booked it 3 weeks in advance so we could get on this flight. A friend booked it 2 days ago. He's on this flight, no problems. But we've got a problem. I don't know, there's some cock-up somewhere.
The dates are confirmed at least twice. He didn't even say that he'd been given a confirmation number. So he just didn't have a leg to stand on. We checked with Easyjet, they said exactly the same thing.
In the office, check-in boss Julie Kevan is facing a crisis. A staff member has resigned, and she's already short on personnel. Her hopes are now pinned on one girl who's due back from sick leave.
And here we have Sarah's sick note.
Oh, yeah. Done that well.
Diagnosis, yep. Another 4 weeks. Wonderful.
I've never, ever had a sick note.
Never.
I don't think I've ever, maybe the odd day of not being well, but I don't think I've ever been to the doctor and had a sick note.
Back on check-in, the stag's still trying to get to Amsterdam.
Credit card transactions are reservation.
No, but we actually have reservation number, confirmation numbers that we always give out. We take bookings here over the phone.
This is Easyjet.
Whoops, another satisfied customer.
Julie now has to change the roster, and that means more work for everyone.
It verges on compulsory overtime. I know you can't force people to do overtime, but you know, you'd like to think people will help out knowing that for those 4 weeks we're going to be busy. But it's also trying to make it fair. I'm trying not to just pick on one particular person because they happen to be available. So I've decided to just change the whole roster for those 4 weeks.
But the new roster goes down badly at check-in.
Why in our contract, is it, that we have to work our days off?
Nope.
No? We're contracted to work 42 hours a week. And we do over that already. So we don't have to do any more.
When she does a roster, she does it about 6 weeks in advance, so we know what we're doing. But if there's any overtime to be done, especially if we're short staffed like we are now, she doesn't tell us. She just gets the roster sent back over the office and she writes it on, and it's there for us to look at, which is wrong because she doesn't tell us.
This is not the company's fault, so I would expect them to view it as, well, we're just going to have to knuckle down and get on with this sort of thing. I really would not take too good to anyone's attitude changing.
Julie, though, may have a problem. Down on check-in, there's mutiny in the air.
I'm not doing it.
Incredibly, back in Luton, Bruno Taylor has made it to his plane without getting lost. But for Jane Bolton, the next absent-minded passenger is never far behind.
Did you give her a hand out with her bag? PSA. I just wanted to ask you to check in with the baby. Yeah, yes. She's been sitting in the airport having lunch for 2 hours. She hadn't checked in. I just heard the call for last passengers.
Then again, it's not just passengers who get distracted. Katrina Leader is getting married in 3 days' time. Today's the day for the dress fitting and church rehearsal, and her mind isn't totally on the job.
They get my bag back. It's my limelight of my day. I want to have that day for as long as I can remember. I've always wanted to wear... Oh, I've always wanted to get married, I mean. I've always wanted to wear a dress. And I've always... I know it'd be the best day of my life, and I'm not nervous at all. I'm just excited. I can't wait.
Katrina brought the wedding forward after finding out she had renal cancer for the second time in 7 years.
You're boarding on time at 20 to 8. Thank you. Have a nice flight.
She wants to get married before her chemotherapy treatment takes its toll, and the whole family has pitched in to help.
Do it again. Shall I do it again?
Yeah, do it again. And then we'll practice kneeling as well and sitting down. Gorgeous. Turn onto the mirror then, Katrina. It's lovely. Did you say?
Yeah.
Everything, including choosing the dress, has been done in a matter of weeks.
I just know my little sister ever since we were really small. Once a week she'd get my mum's wedding dress on, and her dream's always been to dress up like a princess and get married, so her dream's going to come true, and I know it's going to make her really happy.
But it's been a long day for Katrina, and she's starting to feel exhausted.
I think I've overexerted myself a bit.
Yeah.
I think. I'm just worried now that I'm not going to... Because I know what I felt like before, you know, if I feel too grotty for the day. I'm going to be able to... It's the only day, isn't it? You only once you can have it, and you want to appreciate it as much as you can. So I think I'll have a little lay until about 9. Got to go and get the girls' necklaces. Tiny, you give me that order of service this evening, yeah?
She'll need to muster all her energy if she's to make the dress rehearsal tonight.
OK, we're all clear to turn 2.
OK, standing 2. Back at Liverpool, Kevin Reardon is ready to dispatch the flight to Amsterdam. In the office, it's crunch time over the new roster.
All right. Any other days?
I'll let you know. Andrea said no, she's going away. Nicola, I can't get hold of her. Robert is already doing a number of shifts overtime. But that has now left me with no one to cover.
Her last hope is that Sam Knight will do the extra day.
You see, yeah, it was an exchange, it was a shift change. But if I paid you overtime for Saturday, would you bring back your shift? Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, you were down for Saturday anyway, but would you work Saturday as an overtime shift and do your normal shift on Wednesday as rostered? Right, that's brilliant.
She asked me politely, and I'll respond to people who've got manners. She said, would you mind and it was the day I could do. I couldn't do the other two. I was supposed to be off, so I said, yeah, compromise. But she was polite. If she'd have just wrote it down, I would have told her no way. But she actually said, would you mind doing it? So I said, no, I wouldn't mind at all.
It's the dress rehearsal for Katrina's wedding.
You turn towards, or hold hands, turn towards each other, shift slightly in the
But her fiancé, Julian, has to rehearse without her.
No. But you put a little hand on her shoulder to turn her, as she sits, slightly towards Julian, and Julian, you turn towards her.
After I said we
Katrina has been taken into hospital with a dangerously high temperature. The wedding, now only 36 hours away, is in doubt.
If by any chance she's in a very shaky state and can make it, but actually can't make that bit, we will then make shift and bring it here.
She'd want it as normal as possible. I know she'd like, because she knows other bride, you know.
Yes, but there is a limit to kind of physical...
But I think...
If...
Well, I think
she can manage it.
Well, it was just so sad to see Dale walking down the aisle on his own. He's got no daughter, has he? And Julian's waiting for his bride, but there is no bride. And I'm not sure if we thought it was the right thing to go ahead and do, but Katrina was so sick in hospital. But she's going to be on Dale's arm, isn't she? And as long as we all sort of know what we're doing, then we can lead Katrina.
Stelios's new wheels made a safe touchdown at Luton. A new employee arrived to lighten the load at Liverpool. And this football fan made it to the World Cup just in time. On Airline next week, a blast from the past at Liverpool. Toddler trouble at Luton.
Don't ask.
And Katrina's big day is in the balance.
We stay with